is an introductory video about Hyderabad, India's global context, economics, culture, architecture, and workplace trends. I'm Kelli Young, speaking on Hyderabad, India's global context and socioeconomics. Hyderabad, India is in the Telangana region of South India and is the capital of Telangana state, Andhra Pradesh. Hyderabad's population just broke 9.5 million people in 2016, making Hyderabad the fourth most populous city in the world, where there are approximately 3.8 million people per square mile. The city resides on the Deccan Plateau, a flat valley between the western and eastern Ghats mountains. Hyderabad has a semi-arid climate with rainy winters and dry summers. Their average temperature is 80 degrees and average humidity at 50%. 1,200 miles north of the equator, Hyderabad gets an average of 8 hours of sunlight per day. Socioeconomically, Hyderabad is lower than global averages with a literacy rate of 66.4%, men being 10% more likely than women to be literate. Socially, men are more likely than women to be a part of the corporate workforce, and economically, the service industry is currently the largest sector of industry in Hyderabad, with the tech industry booming close behind.
My name is Mackenzie Roark, and I will be talking about the demographics in this region, as well as the economy and sustainable practices. There are two types of people in Hyderabad, India: the locals and the immigrants coming from Bangladesh and Pakistan. The majority of the population follows Hinduism, with the next majority being Islam. And the reason people migrate there is because it is the capital of the region and they are looking for good employment. The economy is taking off with a large IT city over the last decade and is expected to keep growing. The major sustainable project happening right now is a megacity project, and it is called Greater Hyderabad, which is working to be more sustainable and less hazardous to the environment, including solar-powered school systems. As part of healthy community approach, another large project is called Walkable Hyderabad and is encouraging people to walk and bike more.
I'm Liana Haugaard, speaking about culture in India. Indian culture is very rooted in the idea of art through movement. Yoga originated here in India, and it means to unite and describe a way to live a healthy life. Yoga is meant to be a way to learn and understand spiritual India through the connection of breath, mind, and body. Dance is another very popular form of art in India, and like yoga, it originated through spirituality. Dance was a way to praise and give to the deities, and now has leaked into mainstream India, and people have begun performing these dances in groups for entertainment. These dances are meant to lift you out of the human realm and into that of the spiritual. Another piece of art that Indians have a huge passion for is their movies. Hyderabad is home to Tollywood of Telugu cinema, which is the largest film production facility in the world. Movies have become a sort of escape from the world in India. Hyderabad began to attract tech companies in the early 2000s when the state decided to brand it as the next major IT hub. Since its birth as Hyderabad, Hyderabad has rapidly grown and is continuing to grow at a very quick rate. They are currently turning out 15% of the startup companies in India and plan on expanding even more. Many more companies are beginning to take notice of the largely untapped intellectual talent and cheaper labor costs that Hyderabad offers. Many expect that in the future, Hyderabad will become a major transit hub between the US, Europe, and Asia, with one of the cities having the fastest growing economies in India, as well as an abundance of engineering schools that are beginning to pop up.
I am Laynie Snover, and I will be discussing workplace and transportation. India is now the second most connected country to the internet and tech world with 300 million users. This has created growth in the tech industry, creating an abundance of jobs. Offices are also heading towards less rigid layouts and work days, and including more amenity areas. Traditionally, there is a strong sense of hierarchy in Indian workplaces, but that is decreasing, especially in tech offices and smaller startup companies. Most offices have a very collaborative nature and can be loud and bustling at times. The workforce is starting to become more diverse, but as of now, 33% of women and 81% of men participate in the workforce. There are many options for transportation in Hyderabad, with rickshaws, a bus system, taxis, and a railway. Rickshaws are most common for their ease of use and ability to maneuver the city. Transportation is a growing industry as the workforce grows and people are looking for ways to commute.
I am Shelby Ruiz, and I will be talking about the architectural style and site that we have chosen for Hyderabad. The architectural style of Hyderabad is Indo-Islamic and originates from the diverse group of people who have settled within the region. Because of the contrasting cultures of Hinduism and Islam that make up a majority of the historic founding of Hyderabad, many mosques, temples, and iconic buildings hold this diversity within their walls, showing Islamic pointed arches as well as the idyllic, highly symbolic features of the Hindu gods. Because of this wide diversity in historic architecture and the modern push to quickly change the industry of Hyderabad from service and traded goods to technology, the recent architectural style is emerging as futuristic and sleek. Many of the newer buildings within the Cyber City area resemble hyper-modern and abstracted forms, which set itself apart from the assumed Indian style that has formed over the thousands of years that it has existed. The site selected has been under development and allows for ample square footage of our idealistic building, giving our client plenty of space to build his own campus within the Cyber City zone, which has become known for such tech-based companies. Leading toward a more modern and glazed exterior, the building fittingly should sit within this new style for Hyderabad to promote the growth and advancement of industry, as well as give pride to the workers that are recruited to work there.